All right. Look, I'm on a lovely trip here with my daughter where we've just done 100 Ks, and I'm in this position in here because I've been doing a lot of clerical work. And so when you're in this position and you're driving, it's fairly safe, fairly comfortable. My arms are extended and I'm on this long trip. We've just done 100 Ks. But I've got this nagging pain down at the base of my neck, which is pretty common with a lot of people that are students or secretarial or clerical workers. And invariably your head continues to go forward again. And what's taking place is that it continues to create that ache in here as well. So one of the things that I like doing is I like making connections with what's going on in here. So I've got courses and things like that which talk about how migraine and how headache come from this junction area where the neck meets the upper back. And that's called the cervicothoracic junction. But at that CT junction, we get a lot of strain. And we do this, we do it when we're looking at our phone, we do it when we're sitting at a table, we can even do it when we're driving, like this. Well, I'm going to show you something here which I think is going to be very useful because we can adopt a new position where we actually have our feet, planted on the floor. The knees are either side of the steering wheel, and we can use the steering wheel in, say, the 8 o'clock and the 4 o'clock position, and we just pull ourselves forward. And we might find that a little uncomfortable to start with, but it's actually a pretty easy position to get into. And I'm going to keep my elbows in close to my body. And I'm going to squeeze my elbows in. I'm going to pull my chest forward using the hands on the steering wheel, and then just tilt my head back a little bit. So instead of being in this position, I'm going to go into this position in here. Now, we've probably done 100 Ks since Albury, and we're on our way to Melbourne. And we've gone from 300 down to 200. And it's actually a pretty easy position to hold. And I think I've found, and I'm sure you'll find as well, benefits of actually pulling your chest forward and then letting your head go backwards instead of having your chest go backwards and letting your head go forwards. You want to do the opposite. And so holding this position in here at the traffic lights when you're stationary in a city, or if you're on a long drive and it's fairly safe because there's quite a few, it's a long straight road, this road from Albury to Melbourne, but you can actually hold the position and you can start to feel the benefits of the ache disappearing fairly quickly, probably within about 5 or 10 minutes of doing this. You start to just feel better. But what I'm also noticing now, interestingly, is that I had pretty extreme cramps occurring in the hamstrings. Now, normally you'd associate that with some sort of nerve impingement from your lower back, but I'm actually starting to make connections between cramps, swelling in the ankles, urinary or flow output, and this business in here. And so I've been testing it on myself, and as I continue to look at ways in which I decrease this cervicothoracic angle, now that's very common in the elderly, where you'll see ladies with this massive bump, or even young people now because of how much screen time they have. You'll see a lot of people, younger people, unfortunately, with this bump here on the back of their neck. So what you can do is you can actually start to change this. Now, if you're behind the wheel, why not? Let's do something to actually start to really make a difference to our overall posture. And I noticed that, I'm getting older, I'm 55, and I'm starting to get saggy. And I'm thinking, I can't afford to do that. So this is one of the techniques that I'm demonstrating in this lesson as to how to use your body at any time, in particular when driving, as to how to improve your posture. So pull your chest forwards using the steering wheel. Let your head drop back. You don't have to tilt your head right up. I want you to continue looking straight ahead at the road. But just hold the squeeze with your elbows. When you squeeze your elbows, you really do squeeze those shoulder blades together, and it creates a lift in your body. And just make sure that you're comfortable and you're safe. And again, I've been doing this now for 100 kilometres. It's close to about 50 minutes, 45 minutes or something like that. And yeah, and I've got another 200 in front of me, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing what's going on as I continue to pull that head. Now, I automatically know that it's going to be a benefit to my neck pain, to my headaches, which we're all prone to, or all of us are prone to them, and at least the majority are. And so I thought I'd just make this quick video here whilst we're driving, and just show you how easy it is to maintain that upright posture. Admittedly, if you're going to find it a bit challenging, you can go into this position again. You can continue to go and hold yourself in that position there. It's a nice restful position. But if you've got problems with that part of your back, you've got a hump, you've got a bump in your middle thoracic called a hunchback or an increased thoracic kyphosis, Sherman's disease, pull yourself into this position and make sure that you can actually really take advantage of the time and what you're doing. I know you're going to find the benefits of this.